and welcome to Pricing College with your hosts, Aidan
and Joanna Wells.
In today's podcast, we want to talk about the light bulb moment. And the light bulb moment is the minute when people realize, all of a sudden seemingly, what pricing is. Often, I'll be honest, there is a before and an after when it comes to pricing. And in the world of pricing, if you're a pricing professional, sometimes you need to help other stakeholders in your business have that light bulb moment.
Yeah, look, and I suppose the light bulb moment does depend on the pricing maturity of the business. If there's a sort of a level 1 or 2 limited pricing maturity in the business or no established pricing team there, then it may not be the pricing team that have had already the light bulb moment and educating stakeholders on their light bulb moment to understand pricing and what it could be in the business. So really the light bulb moment can occur, in a business which, let's say, is a sales organization, no pricing team. And it may be a sales manager, it may be a sales rep, it could be the CEO. And in many respects, they're very alone in the business when they have this epiphany, this light bulb moment, because really they're the only ones that realize that pricing is the number one profit driver.
I can certainly look back before I knew anything about pricing. My background was I worked in a bank. I then worked as an accountant in different financial roles in companies. And I'll be honest, I had never heard of pricing at all. I think, and even when I first heard about it, I thought, oh, this is baloney, to be honest. I thought, pricing is putting numbers into a spreadsheet, or it's an accounting system, the cost plus, or some sort of maintenance of pricing in a system. And I think if you look at a company and you go in and you're asking yourself, has the CEO, has the marketing director, have these big, senior executives, have they had that light bulb moment? If they think accountants should be running pricing, well, I'll put my money on the fact that they haven't had that light bulb moment.
Yeah, and I suppose in a way that, CEOs that have had that light bulb moment, or an executive that has had it, maybe originally thought they had it, but actually thought that the pricing problem they've got could be easily fixed with that silver bullet pricing system or a quick price optimization to drive, immediate EBIT growth. That really isn't a price bulb moment. That's just seeing it pricing as a tactical, almost band-aid to fix something, solve a headache, a pain. We need something like more money, more cash flow, increasing profit, or reducing risk in some way. That's getting to the light bulb moment, but isn't really fully the light bulb moment. A light bulb moment is when you realize that pricing is a process. It's transformative. It requires skill, expertise. You need to pivot. You need to take a broader, agile approach to pricing, and that it needs to really include your customers too, understanding how your business connects with your customers and their P&Ls, their needs, and all of that sort of stuff.
I look back to when I worked in corporations, B2B industries, and you're trying to get people to come on board the project. You're trying to get them to understand stuff. And I'll be honest, I noticed a number of major flaws. The first one is often senior executives just do not listen, whether that's a hierarchical thing or an arrogance thing or whatever it is, or they're too busy. Often they just will not listen. Secondly, not everybody has absolutely excellent explanation skills, discussion skills, promotion skills. And people always talk about in a company you need to be, political and this sort of stuff. I'll be honest, a lot of people just are not focused on politics. And even if they are really good at it, I'd often say a lot of people in pricing, that's not what their focus is. A lot of their focus is on getting the job done. They're more practical, they're more results oriented, not so much in the political stance. And often in corporations, there's a gap there where you're not getting that message across. So like when I was there, I was trying to promote, I even give people books at one point in time, introductory books on the topic, the William Poundstone book on pricing, Priceless, I think was the name. Whether they read it or not is a different question. But I suppose that's one of the reasons why we're doing this podcast, to create easy listening, introductory stuff. We'd go into more depth on certain topics also, but it is more, we cover the broader remit of the subject area, and hopefully, if someone's listened to one or two episodes, it will spark interest. It will help them move along the line to, full understanding.
And for many of the pricing and revenue management teams that we build for, our clients to drive a particular strategy in a particular culture and industry, I often find myself saying that, pricing, doing the pricing modeling and analysis is almost like, sort of 30% of the job. The rest is really educating stakeholders, driving change, and really trying to crystallize that vision for change in the business according to them so they can really get it. And so they can drive that light bulb moment forward to the next stakeholder, because pricing doesn't just stop with the pricing team. It really is an organizational capability.
I think we're recording this podcast on the day of the US election 2020. And so I'll mention a quote, or I don't know if it's a quote or what it is, from a famous US politician, Donald Rumsfeld, and his famous comment about known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns. Like, I'll be honest, in a lot of corporations, pricing is an unknown unknown. They don't know it exists, let alone know how to do it. And so when you're in that position, you have to somehow get people, just to have them the awareness. The people don't have to know how to do pricing. They just have to know what it is and what it can do, and then leave it to someone else, or work with somebody else, or partner with somebody else to get it done. But if you're in the position where, to quote Rumsfeld, is an unknown unknown, there's a lot of work to do at that point in time.
Yeah, so look, we've covered, that light bulb moment, and almost like that unspoken role of the pricing team to really drive that change, crystallize the vision. But if you don't have a pricing team in place, then really it's up to you to drive that vision for change. It is possible, but again, it does require, once you get past that vision for change, then it gets to, okay, we need to do something about it. We need to actualize that change. How can we build a pricing capability from strategy, from models, systems, structures? How can we mobilize people together to really get the outcomes that we want from that vision? And this is where, you do need that expertise, maybe systems along the way, and the right strategy. And then you just connect that light bulb moment, that vision for pricing, to your business strategy. Are they in sync? Do they work well? Are they going to generate, the results you really are expecting from them? And if not, you have to take a good hard look at either A, your strategy, or B, your vision, or even C, the mindset of the business. Are they ready? So these are all key questions, and they're big questions to ask yourself and to answer. So feel free to get in touch with us. You can connect with us via our website at taylorwells.com.au, and just book yourself a time and we'll have a talk.
Yeah, thanks, and have a great day.
Yeah, thanks a lot.